Hey there, this is Matt from the Hayward Lakes Visitors and Convention Bureau with your outdoor report for the week of June 3rd as prepared by Steve Suman. Weather for the next week looks pretty good. Highs in the 70s through Wednesday and then next Wednesday, and then up into the 80s after that. The forecast calls for a little bit of rain on Saturday morning and maybe on Tuesday, but otherwise looks pretty sunny. The Hayward Lakes chapter of Muskies, Inc. invites the public to attend its Tuesday, June 4th meeting at Flat Creek Lodge. The meeting will start at 7 p.m. Featured speaker Christian Duholm will discuss spot-on muskie fishing and building muskie lures. Attendees interested in becoming a new member of Muskies, Inc. can buy a half-price membership at the meeting. If you'd like more information, just give Mike Person a call. His number is 715-634-4543. There's going to be a free Moms and Kids fishing night at Shoes Pond on Wednesday, June 12th. It starts at 6 p.m. Participants will learn fishing skills from local women anglers and enjoy a dinner and evening of fishing with other families. Organizers will provide the training, dinner, and equipment at no charge, including lure making and fishing supplies to take home. If you'd like more information, call 715-634-7429. The Sawyer County Board of Supervisors voted on May 16th to allow ATV and UTV traffic on all roads owned and maintained by Sawyer County, except those within the LCO reservation. However, these county roads are not yet open. The county must first post signage on the roads, and that could take up to 6 weeks. You can find trail conditions reports and trail maps at either haywardlakes.com or sawyercountyalliance.com. Fishing report. Well, warming water and panfish spawning are improving the bite for both panfish and predator fish. Some species are starting to transition, so it's not a bad idea to check with your local bait shop before you head out. Muskie action ranges from fair to good. You ought to concentrate on weeds, weed edges, and weed lines in 4 to 18 feet of depth. Shallow structure near deep lake basins and shallow areas holding concentrations of baitfish and panfish. Your top baits right now include suckers, small rubber baits, bulldogs, medusas, bucktails, crankbaits, jerkbaits, spoons, and topwaters. The walleye fishing is generally good overall. Some days are better than others. Anglers are catching them in 6 to 15 feet on points in mid-lake structure adjacent to deep water. Walleye suckers, fatheads, and leeches on slip bobbers work well during the day. In the evening, try crankbaits, jerkbaits, and minnow baits. Northern pike fishing is very good to excellent on shallow weeds, weed lines, and weed edges around concentrations of panfish and baitfish. Apparently, there's no wrong bait right now for pike. Northern and walleye suckers, fatheads, crankbaits, spinners, spinnerbaits, spoons, and swim baits can all get their attention. Largemouth bass fishing is very good on weeds, weed beds, weed lines, and lily pads in 4 to 12 feet. Sucker minnows and fatheads under bobbers, spinners, spinnerbaits, jerkbaits, Ned rigs, plastics, and topwaters, such as frogs and poppers, can all work on largemouth. Smallmouth bass action is fair to good. It's improving as fish start moving towards the spawning beds. Look for them on rock flats and gravel during the day, shallower in the evening. Sucker minnows and leeches under slip bobbers, Ned and drop shot rigs in coppertreuse, white, or chartreuse, and Rapala BX minnows and husky jerks are all working on smallmouth. Remember that smallmouth bass fishing is still catch and release only until July 15th in our northern zone. Crappie fishing is good, but slower. Some fish have not spawned. Find them from very shallow near the shoreline out to 8 feet of depth around weeds and weed lines and around deeper cribs, brush, and humps. Try bogs in the evening. Crappie minnows, fatheads, waxies, mini mites, 1-inch gulp minnows, and plastics all work well. Bluegill fishing is very good to excellent right now. Fish are shallow on shorelines, weeds, and spawning beds. Reports have them somewhere between spawning and winding down with it, depending on the water body. Waxies, leaf worms, crawler chunks, leeches, plastics, and gulp baits will all catch bluegills. Here are some upcoming events for us to keep in mind. Father's Day is coming up on Sunday, June 16th. June 20th is the summer solstice, first day of summer, longest day of the year. We got a full moon coming up on June 21st. The 74th annual Muskie Fest is happening June 21st through the 23rd. If you want more information on that, go to muskiefest.com. It's all there. Hayward Bass Club and the Hayward Lakes chapter of Muskies, Inc. are holding a Muskie Fest fishing contest on the 21st and 22nd. If you are interested, call them at 405-227-1789. Hayward Bass Club is also holding their Round Lake Open on June 23rd from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Same number. If you missed it, 405-227-1789. And there's an ATV UTV safety education class coming up in winter on June 28th and 29th. You can get information on that by going to the DNR's website and then searching ATV education. That's all I have for now. If you have any questions, give us a call down at the office. The Chamber of Commerce number is 715-634-8662. And the number for Hayward Lakes Visitors and Convention Bureau is 715-634-4801. Have a good week. I'll talk to you next week.